If you've ever tried to make a J. Cole type beat but it lacked soul, you're not alone. He just dropped his 7th album, The Fall Off, and the emotion in those beats comes down to a few specific chord and drum choices most producers completely miss. I've broken the whole thing down, and in this video, I'll show you exactly how to make a soul-driven J. Cole beat from scratch, so by the end, you can make one yourself. So let's get straight into it. Okay, so there's a few different tracks that really stood out to me the first time listening, and that's 2-6, Runner Train, Poor Thang, and The Fall Off is Inevitable. Some beats have more of a trap bounce, and then some have a slower soul or boom bap feel, and that's the vibe I want to go with today. So I've got the BPM at 83, I'm going to start with a piano, and I like this Golden Age one because of the tone. It feels a bit more vintage. E minor is a common progression I heard on the album, so we're going to run with that, and I want to build a progression that has soul and emotion, and there's a few ways you can do that. So the root note's E. Usually when I'm trying to create a bit of a sad emotion or dark, I go down in the scale. For example, your bass notes might be something like this, or they could be something like this. So we'll start on C, go to A, and then the root note. So instead of starting on the root, we're finishing on it. Now we can start building some simple chords and then expand on it. So we're just going to skip a note in the scale, skip another one. And for things like soul and R&B, you want to use 7th or 9th chords. To create those, you're just going to skip another note in the scale. That would be a 7th. And then a 9th. Start with a 7th. We'll do the same again here. And here. So now we've got nice sounding progression. But we don't want to leave it as basic as this. To make this sound more interesting, we can play around with some of the notes. For example, I might bring this one down an octave. Now that we've got these notes together, it's going to give us a bit of tension to spice up the last one too. Let's take these root notes and copy them down an octave or two. Let's see what else we can do here. Maybe something like this. Maybe down instead. Just go with whatever resolves nicely. See what sounds good. Yeah, so now these notes will run back up to the C, which is the root note of the first chord we're using. So this should sound pretty nice. So that's the idea. You can start basic and then invert some notes, play around with the position and see what vibe you get. I'm going to keep going with this one. I'm going to press Alt and R to randomize the velocity, but then I always move some of the notes manually and change the velocity manually too. Especially at the beginning of the chord, you want to strum some of the notes out. And then what we could do is add a note here, copy this, and then just switch things up in the second half a bit to keep it interesting. Okay, at this point I'm happy with the progression. I just think it needs a little top line in some parts. So just copy that over, just change like one note. Now we've got that pain and emotion. So that's the main part of the melody, and everything else can go off this. Alright, it won't be a J. Cole type beat without some strings, so I'm going to pull up the Chris Hand collection from Contact. So like I was saying, just simple melody for this. And these strings have a lot of expression already, so they sound realistic. We need a bass line in here as well, and for these type of beats I'd recommend using a live bass guitar. My personal favorite is in Contact and it's called a Rickenbacker. And we've already got the bass line from the piano, so we can take these for the first few notes and then switch it up. Well, let's send them to mixes first, because in the piano I just want to take out some of the bass for now. Could add some passing notes. Repeat that for now. And then another note right at the end. Just adding some live to it, or some movement. I've just found this vocal phrase. I'm going to mute the strings for now. And this one's already pretty filtered. But I'm going to add Decimate and turn on the filter. Just to give it that underwater effect. Then it just doesn't get in the way of an artist's vocals. Also going to add some more reverb. Just going to add this compressor too. The last thing will just be this delay. Also found this other vocal phrase that might work well. Okay, we're almost there with the melody. I just think it needs a couple more little bits, like maybe some guitar licks, some bells, or just little sprinkles or accents. And because I'm trying to keep an organic feeling, I'd rather use a guitar phrase than try and play something in with MIDI. Yeah, see what I'm saying? And then some bits in between. That second one's hard. So at this point, I'm going to pull up Code Producer by output because this is going to listen to the sample and then give us recommendations based on what it hears. So let's just record like 4 bars in. I could put the key in like E minor. And then if I type in guitar lick. Ooh, you still like that part there? Ooh, like that as well. That's what I'm saying, so it's perfect for these accents. That one as well. Yeah, this one might be my favorite. There we go. I'm just gonna take the lows out of those. And then we'll add the same type of reverb as the vocal. Then again, for some vintage vibes, I'm just going to use this taper echo. And this is on the guitar, but I'll bring in the low and high cut up. Let's also type in soul vibraphone. I'm just looking for some mallets or some nice plucks that could go somewhere. Yeah, something like this. This one could be better. And once we find the one that we like, we could click show similar, just in case there's any better ones. It's all sounding nice too. But I think for this melody, I want to use this one. So we can drag that straight into the playlist. It's already in key and already time stretched. But sometimes I get to a point in a melody where I don't really know what to add next. And in this case, I just leave this blank and hit find samples. You never know, it might just give us a last minute idea that can change everything. Oh, some plucked strings could be cool. Oh, these vocals are hard. These sound crazy. Need to use these. I'll send them to the same mixing chain. And when it showed me some plucked strings, it's given me another idea, so I'm just going to search that. Yeah, this is the one. Maybe just these. Yeah, so they can go here, where there's less instruments. Okay, I've definitely got enough of the melody now, but if you want to try Code Producer for yourself and spark some inspiration, I'll leave a link in the description so you can try it for free and get 50% off your first paid month. The video is sponsored by Output, so a huge shout out to them, but I use their products a lot, so I'll happily endorse them anytime. Alright, I just want to do one thing to tie everything together. I'm going to highlight all of the melodic elements set for the bass guitar, route them to an empty insert, and I just want some type of tape saturation. We'll just try some presets. Maybe this. This is pretty subtle. Alright, that was a lot to the melody, so let's finally get a pattern in for drums. For drums, I'm going to go to my crate collection, and I want to use a rim shot. Start with this one. I might layer this as well. Let's try it with this one. Bring the outlet. Might use the live hat loop for this one. There's nothing wrong with using loops, man, especially when it's a live hi-hat loop, because it's going to be really hard to replicate that. But if you wanted to do it yourself, I say just grab a live hat like this, and then I like to use patterns like this. So I manually change the velocity of each note and the position, because you don't want everything perfectly on the grid. Just going to tighten that hat a bit. Yeah, I think that. With a kick, you could use something that has some realistic noise, or just something punchy like this. Maybe a ghost note here. Let's get rid of the first one. And then have it like that the second time around. Just gonna boost it up like 1 or 2. Okay, we need an open hat too. I'm gonna add the first one on the kick, and every time I add an open hat, I'm gonna mute the hi-hat. And also, I'm gonna set them both to the same cut by number. That way, if the open hat is playing and then a hi-hat plays, the open hat will cut as soon as the hi-hat lands. For example, listen to this versus this. And maybe one landing on the rim and mute 2. And for anything soul, I really like to use rides in my beats. Let's find some perks as well. Let's see where we can edit it. I think there. I'm also hearing a triangle somewhere. Maybe we could layer it with the rim. Actually, you know what this is missing? Some vinyl texture. Let's see if Co-Producer has one. Like that one. This one's perfect. Let's use this one. Just turn it down a bit. And the drums really don't need to be complex because the melody's saying a lot. And also when you have someone as lyrical as J. Cole, you just want to give them space. But one thing that we could try is a drum fill. But only if it fits and sounds right. Because we could cut the drums like this. Yeah, that one's perfect. So from here, I'm just going to split the drums, bring them back out, and then just make some cuts where those fills come in. And then at the end of this one, maybe we can cut the whole thing. Copy these drums out. The other thing you could do is add some swing to the drums with this here, but because I've done everything manually, doesn't really need it right now. I'm gonna get rid of the rides in the verse for the most part anyway. And then in some parts I just want that kick to match the bass. Maybe leave the hats in. There we go. Let's bring this crash in instead. And then I'm going to copy it and reverse it to make a riser. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, some little cuts in the drums like that too. Then we can copy this over. All right, let's have a listen to the final thing. So in the intro, just keeping the piano and the vocals, and then bringing in the accents.
J Cactus. J Cactus.
This one sounding smooth. This little cut sounds sick. So yeah, just keeping the flow straight away. But now there's way more space. Now the second vocal's coming back in. I hope you guys are feeling this one. If you want to check out co-producer, the link's in the description. Or if you want more videos just like it, then click up here.